Agenda on Facebook Live, coming to you from Meadow Mill in Hamden. Tell us about your weekend plans in the comments field below. Like, share, and follow at #Jmore Weekend. I'm Amanda. Simone had to run out, but I'm here with actress Bari Hochwald, who is currently in the Book of Joseph at Everyman Theatre. Welcome, Bari.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I needed someone to talk to. So one of the cool things about the Book of Joseph is that it's set partially in Baltimore and it's based on a local family, true story. So tell us a little bit about what this story is.
Well, it's about a man, Richard Hollander, whose father and mother pass away. And when they do, he discovers a case of letters, and these letters open up a whole journey for him. I don't want to give away too much because
no spoilers.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want any spoilers.
But the play really is about that journey and what he discovers and what he learns about himself, and his family, his history, and his father, a man that he loved dearly, and he learns even more reasons to have deep respect for him, and love. And I think that for the audience, it's an opportunity not to just look at something that's historical, but to really explore their own place in their families and their family's history, and how much they know and they don't know. How much we ask and we don't ask.
Right.
So there's a lot there. It's a very funny play, and there's a lot of opportunity to feel deep emotion as well, to think about things, and it also is relevant for the times we live in. So.
And you play Richard's aunt in one of your characters. You have 3 characters.
I have 3 characters, yes.
And one of them you're the aunt.
Is his aunt, yes.
So, and has he been to like a dress rehearsal or anything?
He was in the front row last night at our last preview, yes. I didn't see him, but the other actresses did.
So you don't know if you channeled Aunt properly? Or?
Well, he never met her, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I do. I want to give her. I think about her a lot, and I want to give her some great voice if I can.
He had to have gotten emotional in that show. I mean, you would think, seeing your whole family's story told.
I was a little busy on stage. But
you couldn't tell.
No, but he's been very excited about it, and it's been a journey for him. It's an amazing journey to find it yourself and then share it. Yeah, it's
pretty fascinating.
Yeah, he's really connected to it.
So, as an actor, is it harder to play real life characters? Are there additional challenges?
In regards to Manya, the character's name is Manya, it's difficult only in the sense, or particularly in the sense that I want to, like I said, I want to honor her.
Right.
And his whole reason in writing the book that the play is based on was to give his family voice. So then to give her a body and, a pulse is something that I just wanted to do completely and with respect and honesty, and to give her life and joy also, So it's not so much that it's hard, it's just that it's, I have an imperative behind it because of her story, particularly what happens to her. So I want her to have a good life on stage, and that's kind of my agenda.
I get that.
Yeah.
So Simone is actually watching. Hi, Simone. And she said she's seeing the show tonight, and she's very looking forward to it.
Oh, cool. Please say hi to me, Simone, when you come to see the show.
Simone, say hi to Bari when you're there. But don't interrupt her, because she's a little busy. She's playing 3 characters.
After the show.
So has the show inspired you to do any sort of research on your own family history? Really? Have you uncovered some?
Well, it's not so much that I have yet uncovered, but there is a mystery also in our family.
Really?
Some people believe there was a third brother to my grandfather, and some have never heard this, but enough of us have heard this, that he perished in Poland during World War II with his wife and whoever else might have existed with them. But we have no name. And so it's inspired me to want to, the town that they came from actually has, there are groups. So to connect to those groups and see if there's some way that we could find out if there was a brother and what his name might have been.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Imagine you have a whole section of your family, like whole extra people you didn't know about.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. We were talking offline about some of my family history, and it's it's just odd because I have roots going back to Utah and Utah Jews, and like nobody ever you don't think about that. But a cousin of mine recently discovered like an ad in the newspaper for my great grandfather's mercantile store that he used to serve the miners, the Salt Lake City miners. So, you know, it's just stuff. There's still stuff coming up everywhere. Yeah. And I think the internet's helping a lot because you can just Google image and see what comes up on your name, and who knows what relatives you find.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's important to
so,
know where we come from.
I heard there's some pretty amazing effects and theater magic. Is there anything you can tell us about?
Well, I mean, I think that it's this play is because it's a history that's discovered, and then memories and thoughts about what may or may not have occurred. There's a lot of fragmentation, and the play is written in a fragmented way, and so I really wouldn't say there's any one style in the performance of the piece. So the world that has been created and that the director has envisioned and all the designers have supported allows for sort of surprises of the way people appear or disappear, or this sort of thing.
Fun.
And it allows us to be more physically engaged in the space in a different way. And so it takes the audience to a different place emotionally into their sort of experience of it.
You get to travel with Richard through his story.
Yeah,
sort of.
It really through his mind in a way, because we're really his ideas of what his aunt was like or his father was like. You know, we're not the actual people. So then you get a chance to extend that a little bit. You know, there's no rules, so you can do what you want, in a sense.
That's awesome. Everyone should go see Book of Joseph. It's at Everyman Theatre through June 10th. Find out more about that at everymantheatre.org, and that's theater with an R-E. And we also have a story about the Book of Joseph up. You can read that at jmoreliving.com. Additionally, there's an exhibit at the Jewish Museum of Maryland. It's called Giving Voice to the Hollander Family. That's there through June 3rd. You had a part in that as well. Mm-hmm. What did you do with them?
We did a presentation, a collaboration between the theater and the museum. So we had a beautiful evening with a ton of very enthusiastic, lovely people. And we did pieces from the show, and we talked about the themes in the show. And Richard was there, he spoke, and it was really a lovely evening. And I really recommend to see those letters live in front of you is very moving, to know a little bit of this story, and then to see these multiple handwriting, of many different people trying to reach out to their brother who was here struggling with his immigration issues.
Incredible.
It's just a stunning thing, really, and that it was hidden in this closet for forever.
It's very cool. So definitely go check out both of those things. Bari, hang out with me for a few minutes because
Absolutely.
I'm going to run down a few of the other top events of this weekend besides going to Everyman. So all weekend, there's Raiders of the Lost Ark at the Meyerhoff. Jack Everly conducts John Williams' epic score, and it's Steven Spielberg's classic shown on the big screen. That's tonight and tomorrow at 8, Sunday at 3. Then theater. There's Palindrome at the Theater Project, which is a pair of 2 one-act plays called Sphere and Pence, written by Max Garner, and they explore the parallel stories of both Thelonious Monk and Marvin Gaye, which sounds great to me. And that runs through May 20th. We've got the Preakness Balloon Festival at Howard County Fairgrounds. The annual festival leads up to the Preakness Stakes. It includes 15 hot air balloons, tethered balloon rides, a balloon glow at night, and live music. And that's all day today and tomorrow. And then there's an early balloon flight Sunday at 6:15 a.m. You got to wake up early to catch those balloons. You're watching Jmore's Weekend Agenda on Facebook Live. Tell us what you're doing this weekend in the comments field below. Like, share, and follow at #JMoreWeekend. I am here with Bari Hochwald, who is in the Book of Joseph at Everyman Theatre. If you have questions for her, please feel free to ask. There's a show tonight, and you should go get tickets and go see that. Friday and Saturday, Baltimore Rock Opera Society returns at Zion Lutheran Church with a B-horror rock opera called Incredibly Dead. And it's an homage to the genre, which includes heroes, villains, lots of insane antics, and some cheap thrills. Because of the subject matter, they're considering the show R-rated, so leave the kids at home. This is not a family rock opera. So that's 8 p.m. tonight and tomorrow night, and that runs for the next 3 weekends. Tomorrow, I wish I was going to do this. I'm actually headed to Pittsburgh for the weekend, but if I was around, I would go to the Silburn Arboretum Market Day. Have you been to Silburn Arboretum yet? It's fun. It's right by Sinai Hospital, middle of the city, and it's a beautiful place. There's trails, there's walks. It probably looks like your neighborhood, but it's great. So this is the 50th annual event for this. It's got 30 local vendors offering plants, garden accessories, and more. And you can purchase plants from the greenhouses and enjoy talks on gardening. And that's 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. tomorrow. Also, another one of my favorites annually is the Pile of Craft at 2640 St. Paul. That's Charm City Craft Mafia's annual event, and it's just in time for Mother's Day, so you can shop for some homemade goods and gifts or treat yourself to something pretty. There's soaps, there's candles, there's clothes, there's jewelry. It's fun. That's 10 to 4. So Sunday, don't forget, it's Mother's Day. Are you doing anything special for Mother's Day?
I am.
What are you doing?
I'm performing in the Book of Joseph twice.
Twice on Mother's Day. Whoa. Maybe there'll be flowers. And
hopefully there'll be lots of mothers.
Lots of mothers and brunch and who knows. Something good will happen there, I'm sure. I'm in Pittsburgh and I'm doing some family time, but I also am going to see David Byrne perform Sunday night.
Oh my
Love
goodness.
David Byrne.
I do too.
He's one of my top 5.
Yes.
So he's at the Anthem in DC tomorrow night, I believe. But I'm going with my stepfather, and he wanted to go to the Pittsburgh show, so we're going to the Pittsburgh show, and then he's back in July at Merriweather.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm gonna go. All right.
Yeah, I love him. All right. So before we hit the road, is there anything else you want to add about the show? Anything you want to tell us?
Anything I want to tell you? I think the one thing that I want to say is that the play, much of the play is set not in Baltimore. It's set in Poland during the takeover by the Nazis of that country. And this play does explore the Holocaust in a very unique way. But the play is really extremely funny.
Really?
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone got that from like the promotional materials. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
I think it's so funny.
That's good.
I mean, there's that balance, but and the thing is that life is funny.
Right.
I mean, we are complex, thank goodness, and
if you can't laugh,
yeah,
what do you got?
Exactly. So I think that this play has deep laughs and deep pathos, and as a theatrical journey, you really, plus the set doing everything it's doing, it's fun to see actors play different roles and transform in front of you also.
Right.
So there's so much happening on this stage in the telling of this story that I think it's what theater should do. It really is. It tells the human narrative in a very theatrical way, and it's a great time. I think it's worth coming and spending time with us.
It sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
you sold it. I'm there.
Good. I
it
hope
sounds
you are.
great. I will. I can't go this weekend. I'll go. Soon.
We're there for a while.
Yeah, it sounds great. Everyone, go out and check that out. Go to Everyman Theatre. Go to the Jewish Museum in Maryland. That is going to be it for us today. You've been watching Jmore's Weekend Agenda. You can join us here Fridays at 12:30 for more weekend plans and follow us at #JMoreWeekend. Thanks to the Book of Joseph, Bari Hochwald, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And go see the show. It's at Everyman Theatre through June 10th.
It is.
All right. Have a great weekend.